Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 533.
533.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and Mouse Van Travel. We are talking all about Universal Studios today.
That would be Universal Fan Travel also.
And that's what I was just about to mention, that they also have the Universal Fan Travel. They're also Universal specialists. And we're just a few months away from the opening of Epic Universe, which will be the most exciting thing, I think, happening in theme parks this year.
I agree, especially after being so close and really seeing it from the top of the new hotel. I thought it was very exciting.
Right. We were on top of the Stella Nova. We were in the hallways looking over, and, to see it actually in person, looking out on it, looked really cool.
And again, don't forget to check out Universal Fan Travel for a no obligation quote. And we're about to begin here our show on Universal Orlando. Here we are.
And Universal, the globe was not spinning on this day, neither when we arrived or when we left.
First time I've ever seen that.
Yeah, and so we were heading in. Mardi Gras is celebrating its 30th anniversary. We do enjoy coming over here at least once during the Mardi Gras celebration.
I suspect, I know for a fact.
Well, we're going back this weekend, so it'll be twice in just over a week. So we were noticing that the Scooby Doo gang was out in their Mardi Gras attire.
Yeah, this was so special. It was really cool. I didn't remember that they had, a little Mardi Gras flair there. And it was first thing in the morning. The entire gang was out. So how perfect. We didn't have much of a wait. And we got to meet all 5 of them and have a nice conversation about Mardi Gras and about Spider-Man and Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse.
Velma asked, what was your favorite
Well, I was wearing
Spider-Man?
my Spider-Verse shirt.
Oh, that's right. But
so she noticed the shirt, and she wanted to know it was 1, 2, or 3, and we had this big conversation. We're going to post that video in a couple days, but we had a lot of fun. I always do with the Scooby Gang.
And they're not always all 5 together. Like later on, we saw Shaggy and Scooby on their own. So you never know exactly who you're going to get.
And it's funny you say that. I was going back to look at some of our past videos and things in the past, and we rarely have seen all 5 together. It's been since right after the pandemic came back that we saw all 5. Although in Hollywood, I think we've seen all 5 more often.
And here is Marilyn Monroe. She is not wearing any Mardi Gras swag.
No.
So we checked out the tribute store, The Legends of the Bayou, which I think is my favorite tribute store of all time so far.
It's a good one.
At Universal Studios.
Yeah.
I love the tribute stores.
It's funny. You said something that I never thought of before, but it makes a lot of sense. We've been to Halloween Horror Nights. They do such a great job of making these Halloween mazes and things. This is very similar to that in quality.
The quality is off the charts to me. Here we can see world's only actively moving Yeti display.
And a lot of that. A lot of fun little jabs this year.
A lot of nods. You have, all these Bigfoot. Like you have the giant life-size Bigfoot that we just saw. It says, "Don't look." You can see little Bigfoots in here. There's so many nods and references and such. And like it's so layered. Like if you ever went to Chester and Hester's.
I was just about to say it reminds me very much of Chester and Hester. So much it would take you hours to see all the layers of stuff.
Right, just so much to look at. That it we were probably in there about an hour, and I didn't feel like I had seen everything. This reminds me of Gatorland, walking through the gator's mouth.
Yes, and one thing I have to say, and I'm sure that was intentional. First thing in the morning, rope drop is the best time for this, because when we were walking by later in the afternoon,
it was a little busier.
There was a little bit of a line. It was very busy. This was great to be able to have it somewhat to ourselves. We went through a couple of times, maybe 3 times actually.
And this is like a skeleton man, and he's like lit up, and I thought that was really fun. But
he has that Mardi Gras style hat, New
right?
Orleans style,
the in Princess and the Frog.
And
Dr.
here's the
Facilier.
Wolfman. Remember we saw the Wolfman at Halloween Horror Nights, his one and only night that he was out?
We did. We saw the Wolfman, from the movie. And like then he never came back.
But we didn't even know that it was only going to be a one-time deal. And there was a long line to get a picture, like a selfie with him, so we didn't wait. Had we known it was such
Right,
a rare...
there was a line.
Right,
and,
we would have
and
done it.
We didn't know he wouldn't come back.
Now, this is one of my favorites. You could see there's all kinds of
They're like little dioramas.
Right, and you hit the button and it lights up and you see inside, and here you go. You're going to demonstrate that, and here is a Yeti. But I like there's a little fun nods to it as you go this way to the side. It says,
animate the Yeti.
Yeah,
and
call Joe, which would
Rody
be
about
a reference to, well, they don't say Joe
part.
Rody.
I know, but we know who Joe is about, about parts. So I just thought that was fun and, again,
Little fun nods.
Yes.
Little fun nods. And now we're going to continue our tour. We have some aliens. And I should mention there's a lot of cool merchandise, too. We didn't even focus on the merchandise. Just the surroundings were so interesting.
And then also they had a skunk ape,
yes,
which to me is a reference maybe to Gatorland. It's,
Yeah, I do have
mythical
that.
creature.
I might do a full video of the store walkthrough, and I'll include, I went and got all of those little looks.
And this is so really amazing to me for a temporary store. You're walking through that porch and there's just little details. Like you have to look for a long time if you want to see everything. And then you've got these, like this creature with
looks like
the
a
red
swamp
eyes.
monster of some kind.
And so then we're going to walk into, it's like a shack or a little house.
It looks like where the werewolf would hang out in a way. There's smoke in it's kind of creepy. The whole thing has a great vibe.
But it has like voodoo references, and then that seat. I don't know if you're supposed to sit in it.
I saw other guests.
Yeah, it looks like a photo op. So it just is like when you're there and you can't get it 100% at all from this video. But the theming on it is, to me, off the charts. Again, for a temporary store.
Right.
You got the sights and the sounds.
This makes me really curious of what they're going to do this year for their summer store, because last year the summer store was really amazing as well.
They just really put so much thought into it.
But you're right. This room is really a voodoo feeling room. Oh, there you are. Kind of down the hallway. We're going to go through the forest and into this last area with a lot of fireflies, and you have a giant gator head up there above the registers.
Yeah. And I just want to say, like, we're not even looking at most of the details. Like, it would be a very long video, if we did.
Right.
There's just so much to look at. So if you happen to be at Universal Studios during Mardi Gras, I really recommend coming here.
And I did take
so cool.
more detailed. So this makes me, watching this, maybe I will put together a little video and add all these details, because I took the time to do it. Why not?
And again, there's merchandise. There's shirts and probably mugs, and but it's so well, like, it's the most of the store isn't merchandise, and they don't have food this time.
Right, and that was a surprise. And you had noticed that. I didn't think I noticed it until you mentioned it later, that there was no big food area. And last time in the tribute store, that was towards the beginning, where the food, treats,
like,
not food, but
right.
more treats.
It's like a dessert counter that they usually have in the tribute store.
And this is something that I kind of overlooked the first time, but you see a big foot, so to speak, made out of this bench.
And the benches, it's so cool looking. So I don't know where it goes after this.
I kind of walked right by it, so that was really cool. Now we're going to head over to DreamWorks Land. It didn't open until 10 o'clock, but we happened to, by the time we finished with the tribute store, it was just about 10. So we got right in and we rode the E.T. attraction.
That's what we went for.
No wait. And then we saw King Julian out here. And I asked...
No wait.
I asked one of the team members if they had any idea if... Dogman was going to be making an appearance. And what do you know? They said he would in only 45 minutes. So we hung around. I checked out this little Dogman setup
part
here.
Part dog, part man, all hero. It was the #1 movie at the theaters this past weekend.
The day of this, when I woke up, I had never heard of Dogman, knew nothing about Dogman. And then you're like, Dogman is going to be here. So I did a little research, and it's quite an interesting story. I actually want to see this movie now.
No, we're going to see it.
Especially since we've met the real Dogman.
We are going to see the movie. But to me, he looks like he's almost all dog. Like, I know they say he's part dog and part man, but doesn't he look like he's mostly dog?
Well, the body, like, see how he has a sort of a man's
Yeah,
body, but he has
yeah.
dog hands,
There's
and
a
his
lot of
head
dog
is
to him.
always kind of looking to the side there. We never did get to see the backside of the dog man, so I wonder,
No, you can
because
see
there would
it.
be no
It doesn't look
eyes.
that. It doesn't look. It just looks like a regular.
Yeah, see, you're right. We did
We
kind of
did
get
see.
an angle, but he has a very one of the most interesting looking characters I think we have ever met in person.
Right. But I'm looking forward to the movie because it actually gets really good reviews. So I like a good movie.
And I'll tell you what, it got good reviews right here because when he walked out, there was
There was
already
cheers.
there were cheers. I don't know how people knew.
Because they saw the movie.
No. I don't know how they knew he was coming.
Oh, I
It
don't
wasn't
know.
in the app. There was no like we didn't know.
Well, I mean, some people have seen him and said
Other
that he's
day-
yeah.
okay, I see,
He's
I
been
see.
there for like a week or 5 days or something. So, but not all the time. And again, you mentioned not in the app.
Right. So anyway, as we had mentioned before, it is Mardi Gras, and was a lot more of Mardi Gras that we haven't seen, but we will be back. Now it's time for lunch at Lombard's Landing.
We did not do the food booths. I think the food booths are kind of pricey for the portion size. So instead, it's not like we didn't spend the money. We spent it at Lombard's.
And it was a very relaxing, it was actually perfect. It was a beautiful day, and I wanted to go sit outside on the patio upstairs because we're annual pass holders, and that's something they advertised, but it wasn't available at the time. So they offered us patio seating downstairs,
yeah.
and
It
it
was
turned
nice.
out to be, it was delightful. Again, there you are, getting to our seats. It was just such a beautiful day to be outside and enjoy a nice lunch at Lombard's.
And we ordered very simply. I had a burger, and you had the Lombard's lobster roll. Mine's actually called the Wharf Burger with 8 ounces. That's a lot of 8 ounces is a lot of burger.
Right.
I did not finish it, but it was nice. And you got the lobster roll,
It was $32.
which is something you get like at the boathouse.
Right.
You know, almost every time you go there.
And we were able to get a discount with our annual pass. Now, I also ordered a Blue Moon beer. It was a 20-ounce beer, and I think it was $12.50, which isn't that bad for a 20-ounce draft, I thought.
And I ordered an unsweetened iced tea, so it wasn't too exciting, but
No,
but
it was delightful. Again, what I like about this, even better than the Boathouse, is here they give you the option without any price difference of fries or the chips with my lobster roll. And the steak fries they have here, delicious. Really, really good.
Well, recently the Boathouse started charging extra, like if you're getting a baked potato or red potatoes. So, I mean, this is just still fries or, chips, but
I
those.
still like, I mean, this is Maine lobster also. I still like the lobster roll a little better at the Boathouse, but by far, I prefer the steak fries over the chips at the Boathouse.
Well, right, or the fries. Like
Or the fries, for that matter.
That's the one thing I don't really like that much at the Boathouse is the fries. These are really decent. My burger, I enjoyed it a lot. It was really well cooked. I got a medium. But the bun broke apart a little too much. That was my one. That would have been my one thing.
You did let me try some of the bacon. I thought the bacon was
The
very
bacon
good. It was perfect bacon.
Yeah, it was excellent. Two big slices of really nice bacon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hungry now, so watching this, I'm ready to go back. I really am.
And we saw
Mr. Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, and he had his own Mardi Gras flair on.
I love that the characters had the Mardi Gras flair, and we walked around and looked to check out to see if any other characters like the Simpsons or any of the other walk-around characters had the flair. We didn't see any, but I'm just glad we were able to get, Beetlejuice here and also the Scooby Gang. So here we are. It is the Stella Nova Hotel. This is the first time we were able to see it. We just took the bus over. We didn't stay.
Don't say just. It's about a 20-minute bus ride.
Yeah, it's not a fast.
I actually didn't realize it was quite so long. It was shorter to go to Costco.
Right, that's true.
That's
a
from
true
Universal.
statement. But we really wanted
than
to see the new
yeah,
hotel. So.
No, I'm glad we did. And I'm looking forward to coming back here, maybe staying here. It is like a value resort. It opened on January 21st, and it's very close to Epic Universe. So if you're looking to go to Epic Universe, this is a really good hotel. But the Universal Helios Hotel, that is the one that's more of a, I think, deluxe experience.
And also right next door, there's the Terra Luna Hotel that will be opening soon. And I would love to maybe stay there if we can get a reservation when it opens.
Right, we should. So I think that opens on March 25th. And I just want to say how really amazing it is that we're getting 3 new Universal Orlando hotels in the first half of this year. That's a lot.
That are very, very close to Epic. I
Yes.
mean, you can walk to Epic
Right.
from all of these 3 hotels.
I mean, but it really is, I mean, they're really growing so much. And I know they just have a commercial now for parks, right? Because
Right.
they include Volcano Bay as well.
Which we've never been to, by the way.
We haven't.
We need to go
We used to get
Volcano
invited
Bay.
we used to get invited by a friend to go, and we just never made it.
Well, we're going to have to change all that because it's one of the most exciting things of the whole
Right.
year, probably the most exciting thing.
And this past, year we traveled so much that, like Universal was a little more we didn't go as often as we might normally. So this first number of months of this year, it's really, been fun to be able to start getting back there more.
And we're looking at the gift shop here at the resort, and I was impressed by how much awesome merchandise they had available here at the gift shop. We're looking at Island of Berk. I know this will be a favorite of ours because we love How to Train Your Dragon.
Love it. And Toothless, I can't wait to meet Toothless.
And here's some merchandise from Super Nintendo World.
And we are not as familiar with
Although
Nintendo.
I did play it when I was a kid, but that was 100 years ago, so it's hard to remember all of these things. We have to start doing our research.
Well, we are, and like the Wizarding World, we've been watching the Fantastic Beasts
Which
films.
are great films. Tonight, as a matter of fact, we're going
Yes,
to watch
the
the third
third
one.
one.
I'm looking forward to that.
And really, really wonderful movies.
And I have my eye on that Hawaiian shirt there, although it looks a little bit thick for the
It's not that
Florida
thick.
living. Yes, it is polyester, so it could be a little warm. So I'm not quite sure about that one.
Merchandise is going to be flying off the shelves once the park opens. I'm sure it's busy in here at times as well. We were lucky to be able to walk in.
And because we've been watching the Fantastic Beast, that little Niffler is a favorite of ours. He is adorable in the films.
I know I'm probably going to need something with him on it.
Dark Universe. I was considering getting this mug until I saw the price.
It was like $30.
Yeah, everything was a very high price.
Not all the a few things are not too bad, but yes, you're going to be paying kind of that premium.
And because of that, I want to make sure when I do get merchandise, it's some merchandise I really want. I mean, I'm drinking out of a Universal cup. I have tons of Universal cups and mugs, so time to be choosy.
I mean, we each have been visiting Universal Studios since it first opened. I
Right.
still remember opening year and visiting that first day, and it was exciting, even though nothing was working.
Are you thinking Islands of Adventure?
No,
Or are you going all the way back to the first
I'm
day
going
of
back
Universal
to the.
Studios?
I'm going back to the first day. I did visit, not the first day, but the first, let's say, month or so is when I visited the first time to any Universal park. And then Islands of Adventure, I was there for preview days, and I was there for opening day, and nobody was there at
I remember
Islands.
that
Nobody was there.
It was kind of funny. It was empty.
It was empty.
That
And
I suspect that won't be the same with Epic Universe.
there was no way to know at that time how big Universal would get and how, how Islands has grown on people. It really is amazing.
We are kind of crazy, but we do have opening day tickets with our annual passes
Right.
for Epic.
And
So we will be there opening day.
But hopefully also to previews.
Look at this, $49.99 for a freestyle mug. It's
Well,
a heavy mug, I'll tell
it
you.
is. It's a nice
Better
mug.
be for $50.
But you can drink like all day, I think, in the parks and everything too.
Better be thirsty. Here's a look at the pool here. It was I know when this resort first opened, it was really cold. So all the the other people that do what we do that were there weren't really able to swim.
Nobody was able to
because it was
really
freezing
swim.
cold. So
I think it was in the 30s.
I do look forward to. We will stay there eventually. Stay here, and I plan to use this facility fully. Either one. I mean, they're both probably very similar.
And here you can see from above that jacuzzi looks enormous.
Well, I like an enormous jacuzzi. Plenty of room.
And I know,
And there's Universal looking out in the back, the other parks.
I know that some people say it doesn't look, like the pool's not fancy or anything, but it is a lower end value resort.
And we just saw your hotel, the Helios. I
Yeah.
know that's where you want to stay.
Yes.
We probably will stay a few nights there.
Probably.
Eventually.
I don't think a few. I think it'll be like one, maybe
One or
two. But we were looking also at the ride testing here.
This is from the top floor of the hotel. There's a window that you can look out and kind of see some of the testing.
I think this is Stardust Racers.
Yeah, and look at how cool. I mean, this is the first time that we had seen this. This was just 2 days ago. And now, when you're seeing it up close like this, it really gets you even more excited for this. And now I've been looking at all the videos from that awesome Bayou Reconstruct. His videos are amazing, looking from the helicopter.
And they have been. And we're looking at Dragon Racers Rally, and I think I'll do that one. I'm not sure that I will do everything here, but I think I will try most of the rides at least once.
Yeah, I don't see anything here that I wouldn't try at least once. And this one looks very unique. I mean, especially here in the US, I've not encountered anything like this before.
I don't recall. But guests can practice aerobatic maneuvers and high-speed barrel rolls, and that is the official
So you
line from Universal.
You don't recall if you've ever ridden such a thing like this? I think not.
I don't think I have. So, I mean...
I like how you can control it, though. Like, if you want to barrel roll, you can. If you want to just kind of fly normal, you can do that, too. Gives you more control.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, the sock. There you go.
Yes, Sacre-Cœur.
I know you'll like that. This is probably the most exciting thing of all we're looking at here.
That's the Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, and we can just see a little bit of that. But I'm really, really, really looking forward to it.
Well, especially, we found out you're going to think the track is broken, and you're going to kind of jump over the track. I can't even imagine. I mean, that sounds like so cool to experience such a thing in real life.
And by we found out, I mean, I think it was maybe in the press release a long time ago. But again...
But when you read into all the details and you learn, I'm just loving learning more and more. The more I learn, the more exciting it is for me. Looking forward to this opening in just a few months.
Right, and I mean, we're gonna rewatch How to Train Your Dragon and such, just to really kind of get in the mood.
And that was your idea. It's a good idea to watch all these films again.
And ones that
for
we
the
haven't.
First time, right?
Yes, Fantastic Beasts. We have not been into Harry Potter at all, but I am really enjoying it. Plus, I love Paris, so that the second movie really spoke to me even more.
And honestly, I've never been a Harry Potter fan. I can't get myself to be interested. But the Fantastic Beasts, for some reason, I quite enjoyed. So I may give that another chance, and we'll try watching some of the later Harry Potter films,
or even the first one.
Right. So that is another show. We want to thank our sponsor, MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel.
Thank you to MEI and Mouse Fan Travel.
And Universal Fan Travel.
Head to, we're going to blow out everybody's ears. Head to their website and fill out a no obligation quote. Epic Universe, I mean, you've got 3 new hotels. It's just so exciting. It's so exciting. I am looking so much forward to Epic Universe. And again, we have those opening day tickets. I'm hoping to get pass holder tickets. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to come up really quick, though. I think before you know it, everything will be starting.
Well, it's already February.
Right.
And
time's going by quick.
Yeah, hopefully we will find out about pass holder previews sometime in the near future.
So this coming week, we plan to go back to Universal. This weekend also we'll be back at Epcot for the International Festival of the Arts, probably on Thursday. I'm looking forward to that. There's a lot that we haven't seen there, so it'll be nice to get back to Epcot. And who knows? I mean, I'm sure the other things will come up before we do our next show.
I love being at Epcot, and especially during the various festivals, although Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival is just around the corner as well.
I think that's my favorite festival of the year.
Well, that's my favorite. That is my favorite festival.
A lot of good bands, too. I quite like some of the lineup for this year.
Yeah, I mean, some of my favorites from, you
Rick
got
Springfield is one of your favorites.
Air Supply, 38 Special. So I recommend heading to MEI and Mouse Fan Travel if you're looking to head to Disney as well.
So thanks again for listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.